Yeah, so
stoked.
Death is Not the End.
That's the one. That's the new EP. It's out today.
We feel pretty
That's what we're here to talk about.
pretty lucky. You guys have been in here twice in a month, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Tabitha is one of our
friends.
biggest fans now. So, we're sorry that she's not here this morning. Shout out to her.
She's listening. She'll be listening.
She'll be on a beach somewhere in Croatia or wherever she is in Europe at the moment, and she will be tuned in. So, hey, nice to have you guys in. And yeah, congrats. How does it feel? The EP, you put so much, blood, sweat, and tears into making this album, and then it finally is out.
100%. It's a bit bizarre, really. I mean, we've lived with these songs for so long, and to have them out is great. It feels great, actually. We love the songs, so it's great to have them out.
When you say you lived with these songs for so long, I think we talked about this last time you were in, but literally one of them for like 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are
Andy
decades
is
in the
amazing.
making.
So Andy has got this thing when he's written something. If he thinks there's something in it, good, fair play to him. He just keeps it going, keeps it going. And he's like, you may say no, but I'm saying yes. And so the first song you'll hear is a 10-year in the making song that he's not afraid to rewrite until he thinks it's.
Well, how did you
good
know,
enough.
Andy, that this was the right time to let go of that song?
I think it's just we had to do something. It was like, we're out of options.
No, to be
ball
fair
and
though,
chain
this is
around
a
his
good
leg.
song. To be fair, don't.
No, I
downplay
did.
it.
I think we were at the end of our last EP. It was literally, what are we going to do next? And it was like, okay, here's an idea. What do you guys think? And I think Chloe and Mary in particular were like, that something about that chorus that's really good. So we're like, okay, well let's invest into this song, rewrite some of the verses that weren't quite happening. So that's
Funny
kind
enough,
of,
that was the part we had to rewrite the most.
and then we wrote
the chorus.
many
Oh
choruses.
my goodness, so many times you would not
Anyway.
believe.
Now, you did mention there's 5 of you in here this morning. Last time it was just 3, but you said there's one person missing. You called them your resident theologian who just makes sure that you're sort of biblically correct with what you're doing.
He does more than that, but that is something that he does do in our group.
'Cause I was like-
Dr. John Hoskins.
I was like, if that is his only job, then I was like, well, surely he only needs to come in once and approve. He doesn't need to, unless you're changing the lyrics every week.
He's a co-writer on this one.
He's a vibe guy
He's
too.
a poet.
He's a
He's
vibe guy.
amazing, and he's very encouraging, and he's very talented. Yeah.
I know, Andy, you're the man behind the song that we're about to hear at the moment, but, with any song, I guess it resonates with different people and different ways. Personal, can we ask you a personal question? Was it a personal season that maybe you've experienced, or can you guys chime in on a personal season that has impacted you as a result of the song?
Well, the theme of the song is the title track, or the title of the EP. Death is not the end, and it's a big idea that I think for many years been running with. That it's really the heart of the Christian faith is resurrection a thing? Is it did Jesus rise from the grave? And that's kind of really what the song gets at. So personally, I think there's. I think of me. We are all really in this kind of midlife time, and I think.
I'm glad that you said time instead of crisis.
Season, period. And I think one way midlife has been described as a season of kind of many, many little deaths, in a sense. I know it's early in the morning and we don't want to talk about that too much, but, there's kind of a giving away of your autonomy as you kind of enter into community and family. There's a kind of giving away of your preferences as you kind of learn to defer to one another, kids, maybe married partners. And I think... this idea of resurrection is in every part of our life. With the ending of something, there's a new beginning, and I think that's
beautiful.
But one thing with this line, I think the thing that I've always loved about this song from the very years and years ago is the line, "All eternity is hanging on the rumor you're alive." And some people are like, "What do you mean? It's not a rumor, it's fact." And it's like, of course it is, but for so many people, they are wondering, it's a searching. It's like, is this really a real thing? And it's like, how amazing that. All this time on the whole of society, all our time is based on this thing that some people call a rumor. We know it's true. The rumor that Jesus is alive with us. And I think for me, it's like the poetry of the song is what really draws me in on it from hearing it.
And of course, rumors can be true.
Totally.
So, yeah.
I can share a few about beyond. All true.
There was a rumour that I slept in this morning, but I don't think that's got any weight to it.
When you guys are singing that song, you must have. How many times have you sang that song, Andy? How many times have you guys? Plenty, right?
Yeah,
plenty.
Yeah.
But I saw you guys. I was watching you guys, and Chloe, I was watching you. You were still in worship mode. You were still sitting in on the lyrics of that song, and I'm hoping people who are listening are plugging into the lyrics and feeling what you guys are putting out there. So I guess with worship music, does it still, you have to go to that place when you perform the music? Isaac, I'll go to you.
Yeah. I mean, I think so. A worship leader's job's always so tough because you've got so many things to think about. But I think the heart of it needs to be there. It needs to be a heart of worship, and ultimately these songs are drawing us closer to God. And those lyrics in the bridge, our hope rests on that idea that Jesus is Lord. That's what we put our hope in. So you can't, I think, sing those and not dive in.
Amen.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing, though, writing worship music, because often if you're a musician, you're whatever, you might sing songs of your own, your story or something you're trying to get out there. But then if you're doing worship music, often you're writing the songs of the people. You're trying to give the voice to what maybe the church is wanting to say to God. And I mean, for you, is the goal to, have other people sharing this music to enjoy it in their own church, to be singing it in their own worship?
100%, yeah. I mean, we write because it's for our community, but we love to share the songs for people to pick them up, love people to use them, enjoy them. Yeah.
But we also don't feel like constrained to only be writing for the church. We're just quite interested in creating music for your life, for being in the world. And so that's why we didn't want to put parameters around necessarily congregational worship. These songs kind of fit more in a bit of a devotional worship space, particularly songs like Job and Shalom and Evergreen. Wonder's probably the one that's most accessible for a general church congregation to sing. Accessible with an enormous range. It's got an octave leap in it.
Yeah, we all do 5-part harmonies in our Sunday, with our volunteer bass player, and it's easy.
I think it's that thing though, so I don't know, me, when I've led youth groups or I've led, kind of community groups or something, and you're looking for something, some kind of worship music that you can play whilst you're kind of having a devotion, like Chloe said, or a reading, and it's there is that thing that some of these songs, especially like Job on the EP, are songs that can be used in that context as well.
So is there a TikTok choreography for any of your jams?
We're proud because we made a reel this week.
You made a reel?
Chloe has moved us onto TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm quite excited.
I have an iPhone now. I had an Android last Saturday and I broke it at a gig.
Thing. Yeah, okay,
and
cool.
So now I have an iPhone, so no excuse to have good content.
Okay, so tell us where people can get your music and share your stuff. Where can they get it?
Find us on Spotify, Apple Music. We've got lyric videos on YouTube, but also we would just love the love on our social channels. So we're on TikTok, Saint Augustine's Music. You can be our 8th follower.
Don't tell me it's just it's a band. It's the band and then your mum and dad.
No, we're too old for TikTok. None of us have.
No one's got TikTok. I'm the only one on TikTok.
Genuine followers, bro. Well,
but it is Saint Augustine's, as we always say, is SAINT.
Yeah.
Saint
Not
Augustine's
shortened.
Music. Yeah, not the shortened.
And Instagram. Let's get us over 1,000 followers on Instagram this morning as well. It'd be amazing.
We'd love that.
Nice. Look, I've been working for 10 years to try and get 1,000 followers. I'm still not there, so good luck to you.
If you're someone that's got lots, feel free to share us.
Absolutely.
Share us.
Absolutely.
We would love that.
This will go up on our YouTube channel and you'll have 3-4 million followers.
You just need that one influencer who shares the song, who's Justin Bieber these days. All right. So we'll get into your second and final song for this morning, and then we'll hit the news. So, like we said, new EP, it's out everywhere. You will find it. Saint Augustine's Music. Death is not the end. What's the next song we're hearing? And do you want to intro it and then we'll go?
This one's called Shalom. It's a bit of a heart cry. The final we're singing How Long. So we're asking God for Him to bring His peace, His Shalom, in this song. So it's quite a heavy one to sing. We're talking about putting your heart into it. But yeah, it's come on God, bring your peace, make your home among us. Yeah.
Amen.
Man, the keyboardist, he's already started. I love it.